gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Tyann. And if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Just cleared for you guys with some sage and Palo Santo. I did the Palo Santo first. You didn't see that? I got some goodies for you guys that I want to talk about. As you already know, because you clicked on the title, what it's going to be. There's so much information that is out here. And I really want to talk about this, you guys, because I feel like a lot of us have been doing stuff on blind faith. Just hoping that something like burning hell notes or Josh papers will work for us. Don't you agree that it would be better if you knew about what you were doing before you got yourself into it? Now, this is not a, conspiracy thing or anything like that. You guys, let me light some candles. I got to get in the mood here. Oh my God. You would have thought I would have already lit them ding dang on candles. I'm coming, you guys. All right, so let me get into the backstory of why I felt like this video was relevant. First and foremost, when I first got into spirituality, I didn't know, or I didn't have a clue about why it's so important to do money rituals. I was earning some really big money. I'm talking about tens of thousands, 5,000 at a time. And one day, a millionaire canceled a check on me for a lot of money. It made me go into negative thousands and thousands of dollars in my bank account, in my business account, which was not a good thing. And I knew nothing about hell notes or anything like that. I just was getting into spirituality. And so, to make a long story short, anytime I light candles, you guys, I always light an incense to go along with it. Because to me, it makes no sense to light a candle and not do air and fire. Come on, you guys. We really need to know why we do what we do. And it's called a ritual for a reason. Okay? All right, I'm complete. Now, you have my undivided attention. Okay, now, I want to say, what I'm about to do is give you like a bird's eye view on Josh paper, ancestral money, hell notes, whatever you want to call it, okay? First of all, before you start working with the money, you should say a prayer or give blessings over the money before you start working with it. Before I do any ritual, okay, I say a prayer. And then I say another prayer as I'm lighting the candle. Some people might think that this might be too much, but repetition is always good in a ritual. Because it's not sending mixed signals out to the universe. It's showing the universe that you're very consistent. And whatever it is that you're asking the universe for, it's like placing an order on Amazon, putting something in your cart, and then making sure that if you have a large order, that everything that you need in the cart is in the cart before you click the send button. Okay? First, I want to say, here's the number one reason why you should use or burn hell notes, especially if you're spiritually grounded. Because not everything that happens to you is a spell. Okay? It could be that your ancestors are taking away from your supply because you incurred a generational debt, not curse. But in some cases, it's that too, which makes it even more compounding. But nonetheless, that no one in your family is aware of, not even you. Sometimes it takes the black sheep of the family to wake up in order to break the cycles. This is another way of how you break the cycles of generational curses and generational debt, is by burning ancestral money. So let's say you always seem to draw money to you, but you can't seem to keep it. Like money goes out of your hand quicker than it slides into your hand. And usually this is the case. I'm not trying to be racist against my own kind or anything of that nature. I mean, I really feel like I'm part of the human race. My Indian grandmother told me as a little girl when I asked her, because I was very confused that I had an Indian grandmother and then most people call me black. But my grandmother and I look a lot alike. Matter of fact, my whole family says that I'm her twin. So I asked my grandmother, what race am I? I'm confused. And she said, you're part of the human race. And I'm going to roll with that. Okay. But we cannot use European tactics to become wealthy. We are genetically and spiritually made different. Okay. And if you were close to a grandmother and they needed money or food in the afterlife, and you had, like, let's say an extra $100 like laying around, or an extra $100 on hand, your grandmother can take the extra money because you're in her lineage and she needs it in order to survive. You, being only limited to the 3D, still trying to figure out why extra money just keeps slipping through your hands when grandma has been tapping into your resources the whole time because you have not sent money there for her to live on in the afterlife. Are you picking up what I'm laying down now? The moment that you start sending money there, the more you get. Not only do you get a chance to keep your own money, but money will start showing up in more ways in your life than what you can even explain. My friends, this is the reason why and how the Indians, the Vietnamese, the Chinese, and so forth and so on accumulate their wealth. This is how you create what people call good karma. Okay? I hope that this video can dispel and debunk a lot of confusion around it. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of the tradition because I am an educator. I like to educate people, and I hope that this is the most educative YouTube video on this topic of discussion. First of all, tradition has it that hell money was used for funerals. When someone died, in certain cultures, they used the hell notes to redeem the dead. Okay? And then a lot of cultures around the world use it on New Year's Eve or a dead loved one's anniversary of death. Now, Buddhists believe in reincarnation. So it started to be used to pay for debt in the afterlife of those that they loved. Now, in addition to that, they didn't only burn money, but some customs, they burned clothing. And I'm talking about brand new clothing, you guys, not used. That's like offensive to the afterlife, okay? And now, thanks to technology, they're burning iPhones and smartphones and tablets and laptops now. Okay? This was originally called hell notes because some believed that they could buy their ancestors out of such a place by paying a specific amount of debt. Now, I'm going to get into the good part, you guys, where I'm going to show you different types of currency in the afterlife. I have never, and I've watched a handful of videos in my whole entire spiritual ascension process, which was in the last, I want to say 7 years. Okay. And I have never seen anyone give a breakdown of what each currency was and what it does for the afterlife, for the one that passed on, your relative. I've seen people say what it was, but not give a breakdown of why, you know. And if they did, it was very colloquial. It was very generic. It was nothing intense. So this, I believe, is going to be the first video on YouTube that's going to give you a breakdown of why you're going to burn this for your ancestors. Okay, first of all, I went to, that just flew out of my hand. That was funny. I went to the Viennese shop, and I am like so pissed off of how expensive all this stuff is online when I paid less than $20 to get everything that I have. And let me tell you, I got a lot. Okay, but anyway, this is bars of gold. All right. I looked for this stuff online. I couldn't find it. And then when I went there, I was like, oh my God, there is a party that is about to happen in the afterworld today. So the reason why you send bars of gold or gold coins, okay, they love them both, is because they love gold. Because gold is worth more than money, right? So this makes your relative a millionaire or a billionaire instantly in the afterlife. Okay. Now, let's say you were going to travel somewhere and you wanted to have your ancestors' blessings, okay, or mercy. You know how people say, we're going to send you traveling mercies and traveling blessings. Well, they didn't have cars back then. They had boats, right? So if you want an ancestor to look after you, to make sure that you're traveling safe and that you are protected, you know, you can burn this. And that keeps you protected when you're traveling. Or that gets them a vehicle. This is for them to purchase a vehicle with. All right. Also, there are gold sheets. Okay. These gold sheets are for the ancestors to do their trading. All right. They still do trading in the afterlife. So that's what those are for. Now, they have these fabrics that you can burn through dross papers where they can get clothes. But I feel like if I'm sending you money, then you can buy your own clothes. I'm just saying, with all due respect, no offense. But I'm like, hey, why would I do that? Now, if you really want to be about something, okay, if you want to, like, receive favors from, like, let's say Mahalakshmi, she's my deity. Everybody know Mahalakshmi is my spiritual mother. Then I will send her, like I told you, I paid a lot of money for this. Anyhow, I will send her one sheet of these, okay? Now, this is the angelic and the God realm these sheets are for. And so, you know, if I'm going to send money to Mahalakshmi, I better darn sure send money to Jade Emperor, okay? Because he's over the universal bank, all currencies on all universes, all dimensions, even the earth. Anything that has to do with money or the energy of money passes through him for yay or nay. So I'm definitely going to make sure that he gets probably a couple of sheets, more than one, because he is over all currency. Also, I'm going to make sure that I send something to Michael the Archangel, because I can't do my work without Michael. My work heavily consists of Michael the Archangel's assistance. And he is who put me on my path. He is the one that showed me how to do the shamanic healings, all of that. So I make sure that I will take care of him. Now, I will have to do a separate video, you guys, to show you how to do this. I'm not going to do that today because time will not allow for me to do it. I don't have the time. Okay. Next, for actual money to burn, this is not big money, but I got it there. All right. This is 10,000. So, this will take care of them until I burn the next one. All right. So you just basically write on the back of it your ancestor's name. All right. This is just like you're mailing it to your ancestor to make sure that it gets to the right person. This is the afterlife. This is the spiritual realm. All right. So you make sure that you write each ancestor. I have some ancestors that have passed on. My best friend Kelly, my grandmother Alice that I told you about, my Indian grandmother. And I also have my grandmother from my father's side as well. I have my granddaddy, I have my father, I have my brother, and I have my son. So I will write their names on here on each sheet, and I will burn one for each one of those individuals. Okay. I'm a comment. You want to make sure that your package is really pretty. So, what you do, this is like the bow on the package. This is also a coin, and this is the energy of money as well. Okay? We know that money is energy. And so you want to make sure that you put this on top, at the very, very top. So this will actually go on last. Okay? And I did it like that on purpose. Now, because I got duplicates and I'm not going to show you the same thing. This right here, if you can find this is really, this is 100 billion. If you really want to impress Jade Emperor, send this package. This is a care package. Everything that he wants and needs in order for your request to be a favorable one. Okay? It's like, I would say do this on like a lunar day. Make sure it's a special occasion. Don't just be burning because you just want a big, blessing of money. Have some sentimental value behind it, and make sure that your intentions are pure before you send this one off, because trust me, you're gonna have a lot of money coming your way. I know what I'm talking about. Ever since I've been burning ancestor money, I have had money in the bank, and I've been able to keep it instead of losing it. All right, and this right here is like the same with this one. Besides, you're going to take one of these and light all of this in your cauldron, in your pot, in your pan, whatever you're using to burn it with. In your urn, if you're burning it in the urn. Okay. Anyhow, anyway, just one of these will do. That's all you need, is just one. Now, if you really, 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 really want to impress Jade Emperor, okay, then you can burn this note. It's a big note. I hope it can fit all on the screen. I don't know if it can or not. Okay. But this is the one you would like to burn. Then you have 100 trillion. don't even know if that can all get on here. And then there's more zeros even up underneath this right here. Okay. You guys, I don't be playing when it comes to my rituals, okay? I'm a spiritual person for a reason. All right. And then you have just regular 10,000 again. Okay, this is what I got online, which I would never buy anymore. It all comes from China, so why not get it from the Chinese shop or the Vietnamese shop? I went into the Chinese shop today. They didn't have it, so I had to go. Well, I went to the Vietnamese shop first, and then I went into the Chinese shop, and they didn't even have it. They only had the little square money, but I already got that. So, the Josh slices, they carry the energy of money, all right? And so you use it to start the fire with. If money is energy and energy is money, then it needs to have the sense of money and the power of money behind it. And it can be lit to start the fire with. Just like after lighting a candle for a candle ritual, you light an incense to carry the intention and the flame of the incense and the aroma and the air of the ritual that you're doing. Same thing with this. And remember, no matter what form of dross money you use, you don't have to do all of this. You don't have to be like me. Okay? You don't have to go all out like this. Really, honestly, I'm real talk. You can just do this and be fine. And this and be fine. And get the money that you need. You don't have to go above and beyond. I know what I'm doing. I know the meaning behind each and every last one of these. And that's the reason why I use them all. Because they all serve a different purpose. Okay? So remember, no matter what form of dross that you use, you always make sure that you write the name of the recipient on the back of the bill. Even when you're working for the gods with the big fat package right here. All right, or the angels, if you want to send to your angels. But always make sure you do that because it serves as a mailing address in the spiritual realm. And if you were mailing a check for $1 billion, don't you want to make sure it goes to the right recipient? Exactly. I don't know what the exchange rate is in the afterlife, but I know that I am constantly in the flow of money. Hell notes have definitely been like a game changer for me. Seriously. And then for the angelic realm or the gods, for this one right here, make sure you write their name on it. Don't put multiple deities and multiple gods' names on one bill. Okay? And then some people don't believe in, you know, like, let's say if you're working with the Orishas, like putting Oshun on one bill and then putting it in the cauldron and then putting like, let's say the Hindu pantheon Lakshmi in the same one. First of all, it's the same energy, so it really doesn't matter. Oshun and Lakshmi is the same energy. I know because I know. I work with both of them. All right. And so anyway, to me, it doesn't matter. Money is money, and as long as the name is on there and it's going to the right person, the gods are not jealous. Contrary to belief, the deities do not care. As long as the name is written on it and you don't have like Oshun and Lakshmi on the same, you know, hell note, then you're fine. Most people will disagree, but it doesn't matter. I know that I have accumulated thousands of dollars, and I just know that I'm doing something right. When I first started burning hell notes, I wasn't really getting money, and I was wondering what the hell everybody was talking about. Like, I'm burning this stuff. Ain't nothing working the way that everybody else talking about. They getting $8,000, $5,000, $10,000, and I probably only get like $100, $400. I got money, but I didn't get the, you know, big moolah because I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't doing it properly. And so, you know, when you know better, you do better. And when you educate yourself on why you're doing something, it magnifies the intentions behind why you're doing it in the first place. And you're not just doing it just because you're following, you know, a bandwagon or you're following after other people. But you're doing it because you know what the hell you're doing in the first place. And that's the purpose of why you're doing it. So your intentions mean everything when you do any ritual or any ceremonial, you know, practice. So you just need to make sure that You're well educated on what you are doing. Because if you don't know what's behind what you're doing, it loses its effectiveness. The last type of dross, and unfortunately I don't have it. It doesn't mean that I'm not a philanthropist in the afterlife or anything like that. It just means that I did not pick it up because I did not know what the heck it was. Okay? I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't going to pick up anything just because. But the last type of dross, and I've researched all this information, you guys. I'm a researcher. Everybody that knows me knows that. Is those for lost souls. There are different color fabrics that you can purchase. These lost souls are the people that don't have people in this lifetime to look after them. Some of these could be your relatives if you're not burning ancestral money. So an individual like me who is grounded spiritually within herself will purchase this because it serves like charity work for those in the afterlife. That is my charity to them. I am providing for them at least their clothing. And then you can either burn some money and you can just put unknown. You can give it to an unknown person. And it'll just go to whoever is not already receiving currency in the afterlife from the hell notes or the dross money. All right. So there are different times that people and different cultures burn this. Some people, they burn it on the 1st and the 15th of the month on a lunar month. Okay. So that's twice a month on a lunar month. Then there are some people that burn it twice a week. Okay. Then you got people that burn it every day. And so really what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. My recommendation is that whatever you do, just be consistent in whatever you do. All right. Now, first and foremost, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have time to burn ancestral money every day. I don't. Okay. So for me, it's just like twice a week. And I still, my ancestors, they still take very good care of me financially. All right, you guys, I have come to the conclusion of this. I really have said all that I needed to say. I hope that you like this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. I just want to let you know that it is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. You can also purchase from my wish list on Amazon, and it will appear on the channel. And I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.